What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your latest favorite YouTube channel. Today, we're here to spread all the positivity in the world, talk about all the great things that have been going on with Juventus football. Of course, I wish that were the reality, but instead, we got to bring you the honest truth of what we feel is going on and the way that I continue to feel about what the latest news topics are. I'm going to give it to you unbiased, but at the same time, we're going to talk about what the real truths are behind Juventus football, what's going on right now, just overall, what is the latest news. Stick with us now. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today, it is a Sunday, November 28th, 2021. We're going to give you all your latest rundown of all things Juventus, what news we have for you, what is there out there that's floating around? Is there anything positive to look forward to going into the end of the season, going into the final month, not the end of the season, the end of the year, but the final month of the 2021 year. What can we see moving forward? What do we have to look forward to as Juventus fans? Before we do that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, and hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Without further ado, let's jump into it. All right. The very first topic we have to bring up to you guys is really just talking about it's transfer market time. You know it. I know it. Juventus knows it. Anybody with a pulse knows it at this point. Juventus needs serious help in the Mercado and reinforcing the players that they need to add, which is why Di Marzio is talking about the latest guy who, of course, we've talked about plenty on the channel. You've heard this name day in, day out by this time. And it is, of course, our guy, the midfielder, Zakaria. Juve will undoubtedly, this is Di Marzio reporting this, so I clarify that this is me talking now. Juve will undoubtedly reinforce their midfield in January, and Zakaria is the profile that has risen up in the pecking order for managers and coaches as the weeks have gone by. Dortmund and Roma are also interested. Again, I think Zakaria is a great option. I think the Swiss player will be really good for Juventus to add. I think it'll be definitely a doable option for Juventus. I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. What I am trying to say is it is a little bit disappointing for me personally that Tchouaméni isn't seen as the top target anymore, isn't seen as likely. Obviously, some of that may just because Tchouaméni can't be till the summer. Will we have something to look forward to there? Maybe another player that'll come in and help the midfield. I mean, they're going to need it. Regardless, we'll see if Tchouaméni ends up being that. But Zakaria is a really good option. He's a really good bonus option. Or not bonus option, but just a good option that Juventus could get to really reinforce what they need in the midfield. Hopefully, and I feel like maybe at this point I'm being optimistic just because, and yeah, I know we're the channel that's pessimistic. I hear it from everybody. I hear it from everybody that's going to say it. We're the pessimists. We're just being negative, anti-Juventus, whatever. Get out of here. Here's the thing. I don't want to get my hopes up and just to be at squash to see another player whisked away or whatever. But I think Zakaria could be a good option. I'm being positive about Zakaria. I think Zakaria could be really good for Juventus and getting him and really adding to what Juventus can do in that midfield. Give Locatelli some help. Give guys that are actually trying out there, McKennie, some help, which is, again, at the beginning of the season, I could have said the exact opposite about Weston McKennie. He is an American like me. I love Weston McKennie. He's finally playing pretty decent, even though last game everybody was bad. It was all bad. Let's be real. Let's not lie to ourselves and say that the last game was good. If you're saying that you really saw a lot good happening in the Atalanta match, you're blatantly lying, or you need to get your head checked. That's all I'll say. All right. But Zakaria could be a good option. So hopefully it'll work out. Okay, now into the positivity. Now to bring more positivity to your lives. I don't know why I'm writing in on this. But anyway, it's fine. Let's just go ahead and talk about it. What's going on with the injuries that are potentially plaguing Juventus right now. First up, we got to talk about Federico Chiesa. Romeo Gnesti is reporting that Federico Chiesa underwent diagnostic tests this morning at the J Medical, which revealed a low-grade injury to the hamstring of the left thigh. He is expected to return after the Christmas break. Now, this was not the news that I needed personally to follow up the bleep show that was the day for me sports-wise that yesterday was. If I needed one shining positive beacon of hope, I was hoping it would be Federico Chiesa and him putting together the game that we saw last season, the game that we know that he's capable of doing. We're not going to get that until at least early 2021. And again, if we're being honest with ourselves and what we've seen here with the injuries, I don't know if that really is, if I'm even being positive, or not positive, if I'm being optimistic and expecting him to come back early January. You've seen how it played out with Morata, with Dybala, with it constantly going in, going out with injuries. Who knows if Chiesa will be back that early? We can sit back and hope that it happens. But anyway, he's done for 2021. So Chiesa's out for 2021. You're without him. I'm just repeating myself at this point. Until not next season, until the new year. Except for if you go by the Chinese New Year, I guess. But anyway, we'll monitor that as it develops and see what happens there. But it really sucks because you had this again, and I what am I doing? What am I doing, guys? here's the issue: is I'm over here thinking to myself about what could Juventus do to really spurn some positivity. Is there a way they can try to catch up to these guys? If Atalanta or all the guys that are in between Juventus and Atalanta, if all of them continue to drop massive amounts of points, and if Juventus can actually show up and play like a damn team, like the team that the team that they're monetarily worth, the team that the coaching staff is getting paid to do, whatever have you, if they show up and they show to do that game, then Juventus could pile up some points. I kind of moved on from it yesterday because yesterday was a do or die situation. Juve died in that situation, not literally, figuratively, in my mindset of the game plan. If that makes sense. So they still have an opportunity to get some good points against some lower level table teams. Am I positive they'll do that? Get real here, guys. I've seen them drop points to Crotone, to whatever. Salernitana I would not be shocked to see them drop points to Salernitana. Hopefully they can get it together. We'll see what happens. And I'll tell you right now, 1-0 FC, as happy as I would be with 1-0 FC, 1-0 winning, not 1-0 losing. As happy as I would be to see 1-0 FC, even just getting the 3 points from Salernitana, that ain't doing it for me. That isn't going to win anybody anything. That's not going to give me any kind of positivity moving forward. But still, I hope that they can pull it out. We'll see. Let's move it on to more positivity. That is Weston McKennie. I want to talk about him. Romeo Granesti. I was talking about Weston McKennie because he also came off with some injuries, as did Federico Chiesa, but his seems to be a little bit less severe. McKennie has undergone diagnostic tests, which have ruled out capsular ligament damage to his right knee. His condition will be monitored on a daily basis. So we'll keep that up to date. We'll see what's going on with him and Weston McKennie, but he very well could play this coming week. I guess Tuesday may seem a little bit early to me. We'll see. We'll monitor that and see what happens. As they're saying, he's being monitored, but we'll monitor it. Maybe he'll be back by the weekend. We'll see. Hopefully Weston McKennie can, because he's been a valuable asset. He's slowly coming to, even with some dips here lately, but he's still becoming a much more improved midfielder, and at least a more improved, useful member of the team right now. All right. Let's move on to the last bit I have in this thing. This actually is real positivity, guys, and that's really cool to see. And it's Corriere dello Sport is talking about Ligt and really shining a light on him and his leadership and how important it is to Juventus moving forward. They said at the end of Game 6, players went immediately in the locker room. It was Ligt who went out there and told the remaining 4 players, Szczesny, Bonucci, Cuadrado, and Dybala, to go over to the fans. At the end of the game, 6 players went immediately in the locker room. Oh, wait. It's repeating. Something's wrong with this graphic. This graphic messed up. This is how we do it here. I'm not going to edit it out. It is what it is. Here's my thoughts. Amazing to hear from De Ligt. He proved a point for me because I was a doubter. Which I know, yeah, yeah, of course we're doubters. We're the guys who are the doubters. What I mean by that is, like, I wasn't sure. Everybody kind of, if you want to crown him, crown him. Everyone was crowning De Ligt to be like, he should be the next captain of Juventus. There's been a lot of that. There's the quality of the player, the value that he brings to the squad is immense. It is important. If Juventus can retain him, the Ligt can be a huge factor in the rebuilding and the regrouping and really getting Juventus on a good path moving forward, rebuilding the dynasty, if you will. But I was doubting because I never really saw a lot of, I saw him, he played really great, but then I see a lot of activity from the player. I see a lot of him going around, firing people up, putting people in their place, like I see from Chiellini, like I see even from Bonucci sometimes. No, I haven't seen that a lot. But now this was a huge moment where he stepped up in something that's very important for Juventus moving forward, and I like to see this. On the other side of this, the flip of this coin are those 4 players and the rest of the squad. Szczęsny, Bonucci, Cuadrado, Dybala, all older guys. All guys who have, let's see, Bonucci's worn the armband. Dybala has, Cuadrado has. Don't know about Szczęsny, don't think so. But they're all senior leader guys. That's kind of frustrating that you're not going to the fans to thank them, really, to show them the respect that they deserve for coming out and supporting the team that, I'm going to use, these are harsh words, a sorry team at this point. A sorry excuse for a team. A team that comes out there and basically just rolling the balls out there, collecting a fat stack of cash, a lot of money to do what we're seeing. Like, I think that's one thing I don't think that's one of the things that bothers me so much about this. They do this at the college level here with sports, and they do it with, they're doing it even professionally, where you want to like powder the bottom of these players who like are professional athletes, not just athletes, not amateurs, professionals. And what I mean by professionals is that these are guys that go out there and get paid, and they're living lavish lives in mansions and whatever have you. And that's fine. Good for them. They earned it. They deserved it. Pay the man. I agree with it. But I also think that comes with not a price, but that comes with a stipulation that criticism comes, and it comes hard. It comes really hard in these moments, and you earn it, and you have to deal with it. And it's also your job to do better in the future, build yourself up, play better, be a leader. Bonucci, Cuadrado, Dybala, whoever else was out there, all need to do better from now on. They need to be the guy. Whoever was wearing the armband, was it Dybala at that time? Well, Dybala had already come off, so I guess it wasn't him. I guess it was Bonucci, right? It had to be Bonucci. I'm blanking on it. That's where my mind is right now. Whoever was wearing the armband, I'm guessing it was Bonucci. You should have been the guy doing that. So in this moment, the Light's shining. He's an example of what Juventus needs to be, even in the worst spots. We talk about how we give Agnelli all the props about how he was bigger than the other teams. Napoli presenting them the trophy when all the people disrespect Juventus on a regular basis. It's in this moment you need to do the same thing for the fans. You need to show respect to the fans out there that are going in there and watching you play and spending large sums of money, big sums of euros, even for the cheap. Not trying to cuss. I wasn't going to cuss, but I was trying to get out cheap seats. I couldn't do it. Anyway, that's just my personal thought. Really, the thing that really want to stay home with this is good on de Ligt. I love to see that from a player like him. That's what you need from leadership. That's a guy who now, I mean, if I wasn't bought in before, I'm bought in now. All in on him. That's what a leader deserves. That armband needs to go on him at some point soon. We'll see. Maybe that's a hot take right now, but we'll monitor it and see how it goes. Let me know your comments in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on this? Am I going too harsh at some of these players? Am I being too friendly to some of the other ones? I don't think anybody's going to tell me that. But anyway, we appreciate you guys watching this. This is the latest news that we really have for you right now. We'll be back tomorrow with your latest rundown of all things Juventus. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Also, make sure you follow us at all of our social media in the graphic down below. It's also in the the description down below as well. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.